I'm in the Resistance here with you.
How do I know that for sure?
I was talking to you last week.
All right.
But it was strange. I entered Batuu from a different part of the galaxy.
Uh-huh.
And everything's different. It's painted differently. There's different drinks. I'm wondering what's going on. Like, are we in like an alternate timeline? Or?
Oh, absolutely not.
There used to be a way through that door right there. Now there isn't.
Do you have clearance to get through that door?
I mean, I didn't need clearance last week.
It's a new day. Maybe you need clearance now.
Bright suns, everybody.
Bright Florida suns.
We are on the other side of the country. We are here in Walt Disney World at Hollywood Studios at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. We've been to Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland almost 24 times at this point.
Yeah, so many times.
We've explored every inch of that place. We're excited to explore the other side of Batuu.
Yes.
The alternate Batuu. What is different here?
Yes, and what is the same?
Come with us on this adventure.
Limited edition Star Wars collectible maps.
Ooh,
They're like all oily.
Yeah, look inside. Look, it's all Star Wars, about Star Wars. And then here you can learn your alphabet
Nice.
and send secret messages.
We are here at the Toy Story entrance, and already things have gotten a little different. There's fans in the ground. That's not something we've ever seen over in California's edition of Galaxy's Edge. So far it looks pretty similar, but it is a little bit more open. And this is the entrance that comes in around Droid Depot. There's a whole lot more space.
Look at those umbrellas.
There's a whole lot more umbrellas. Oh, and that's something different right over there. It looks like the remains of some kind of crash.
Do we know who crashed here?
Yes, it was actually Captain Rex.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Mubo, the proprietor of the Droid Depot, actually took Rex in, reprogrammed him as a DJ, and he owed a debt to Oga, so he sold him to the cantina.
He's got a much better job now. He's a great DJ. You need to check him out.
Yeah. In the hot Batuu sun, this fan right here, I like it.
They actually have all the different personality chips and the buttons where you could listen to the sounds, which they don't have that at Disneyland anymore. I wonder how long this is going to last.
At the California entrance of Galaxy's Edge right here, there's kind of like this little thing in the middle with a crashed vehicle of some kind. That is here, but it is in a different place. It is to the side. And here we don't see the two droids that were inside it. I still don't know the story behind this. I wonder if it's in like one of the books or something. If you know, leave me a comment.
Be careful who you transmit to.
Another thing worth mentioning, over by the refreshers right here, there is this brown paint on the wall. We have the same kind of patterns. It's based off of Ralph McQuarrie painting, but it's not this color. So there is some color differences in the Florida version of Batuu. Here's something you don't see in California, a cart full of moisture evaporators.
Traveler. All right, move on.
I had to take my R2 off. It's just too hot. I'm sorry. But now, the moment we've been waiting for, the alcoholic blue and green milk. It's what we came for. It's what we want. It's what you deserve. We're going to give you our review of what we think it tastes like.
Great.
Oh yeah, get that. Get it in there.
I can tell you already, these look less frozen.
And they smell like alcohol.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. This is interesting. I mean, it just basically tastes like blue milk with rum. I was expecting it. I don't know why I was expecting it to taste different, but that's what it tastes like. It tastes like blue milk with rum.
The green one just tastes like pure tequila to me. I think we need to stir it more. Just kidding. I want to mix them together. I like it. I wish we had this in California. Maybe one day.
Weird how one version of Batuu has one thing and the other has, is it like alternate realities? But it would have been cool if like they could have made one set in the original trilogy and one set in the sequel trilogy. So like you have the same place,
Just
slightly
time.
different.
Yeah.
I feel like that would make more
Oh,
sense.
brain
Why?
freeze.
Brain freeze.
Oh my god, ow, 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 ow.
Yeah, I think I like the blue milk more than the green milk again. Originally we heard it was pre-mixed. Yeah, it wasn't staying frozen. But this
Yeah.
like is not staying frozen and it's not pre-mixed either. So +1 to Disney World for having alcoholic blue.
We'll give them,
and green milk.
yeah, we'll give them 1 point for this.
So, this is Batuu.
Here's another big difference from our version of Batuu. They have a Coke cart that has its own droid here.
Yeah, this is my little buddy right here. He moves around a little bit. You know, he's really fun. But, you know, we're just here trying to work for Olga.
Thank you. It's hard to really tell, but this version of Batuu has some darker colors. I think it's to resist the striking Florida sun, but I think I kind of like it. What's also interesting is these things are different, whatever they are, water tanks. They're different in California as well.
Are they?
Yeah, different colors. Another thing that's very different about this version of Batuu is it looks like they got outdoor furniture from IKEA. It does not look like it's from the Star Wars galaxy at all.
What's going on?
What is going on here? I mean, the Disneyland version has like tables that look like it's from the Star Wars galaxy. There's some different placement of some of the objects outside Droid Depot. The Savi's courtyard is different because it has all these umbrellas that look otherworldly in this like little courtyard. People are just hanging out in the shade of a speeder bike. Also interesting, their version of the wishing tree is not as magical as ours. It only has like a couple little bands right now.
Make a wish or to get a ribbon.
The eastern entrance to Batuu in Disneyland is right here, but this is just a closed door because they only have 2 entrances to Batuu here in Disney World. And also interesting to note is that our First Order flag is right there in Disneyland, and over there they have like something that looks out of like Maz Kanata's palace.
This is a special photo op that they only do here in Florida. It's like one of those 360 photos, and it looks really cool, so we're totally doing it.
How cool is that photo op? That's another +1 for Disney World.
Now we're doing the other exclusive photo op, which basically like zooms in on you and then pans out to like a wide shot of Batuu.
Yeah, they have a camera above the First Order door. I'll show it right here.
Yeah.
And here's the photo we got. Queue for Docking Bay. You can see some fruit on display. You might recognize it from Star Wars Rebels. In Docking Bay, they do have some interesting other options. They have a Gold Squadron Lager, and they have a cocktail of some kind. It's Takodana Quencher. So this is from the planet that Maz Kanata is from.
It is dragonberry rum, blue caraco, simply orange, and pineapple kiwi. It looks delicious.
Yeah, it looks more alien than most of the cocktails. Pretty good.
Pretty good or really good?
I mean, it's no fuzzy tauntaun. I would love if this was in Docking Bay in Disneyland. This is a good refreshing cocktail.
This is so odd because, like, look at the color. But, like, I only taste orange. Simply orange.
Oh, I taste some, like, pineapple.
I guess I kind of taste that.
But overall, the look of Docking Bay is pretty much the same. There are some color differences and some minor things in different places, but it's pretty much what you see in Disneyland. The one big difference is here in this Docking Bay in Disney World, they still have sporks.
Dun, 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 dun.
Not enough people have smuggled these things out of the planet. You can still eat like you are in space. I love how there's just randomly gigantic fans from Earth outside Docking Bay.
Global fans. Global, what does that mean?
You know what time it is?
Time to go. Oh my gosh.
It's Black Kyber Challenge time.
I was just thinking that, and I was going to remind you, hello, we need to buy one.
So if you saw one of our last videos, I'm on the hunt for the elusive Black Kyber Crystal. Every time I'm in Galaxy's Edge, I'm buying a new red Kyber Crystal, and hopefully I'm hoping to eventually get this Black Kyber Crystal. I'll link the video for you to see that, to learn more about the challenge and what the Black Kyber Crystal is. But we're about to head into Dok-Ondar's and see if we can get one in Batuu East.
Oh, sorry, Mom.
Oh, whoa, look at this. There's like a wash on this. This is like a lot darker than it is over.
Yeah, this looks completely different.
I mean, it's the same.
Let's see if the hidden Mickey is there. I believe it's on this one. I don't see it.
The hidden Mickey is normally like right here, and it's not here in Disney World. It's crazy. Keep it on it.
Oh my.
Dok-Ondar's pretty much looks the same. What's interesting is the lighting seems a little bit better here than it does in Disneyland.
Brighter in here.
Yeah. Okay, let's see if we can get a red. Oh, they have them out on the shelves.
Whoa.
In Disneyland, they hide the red Kyber crystal, or all the Kyber crystals, behind the shelf because they don't want you handling them. Here, they are on the shelf for anybody to purchase. So
now it's up to you to pick which one is going to be the winner here.
What's interesting here is it doesn't seem like they have the new packaging. So if you look at this, you put this up against the light, it doesn't have the black thing around it like they do in Disneyland. So I'm wondering, can you use the hack to find a Black Kyber crystal here?
We're not going to try that.
Should I buy one if I know that there's not a black in it? Like, I honestly don't know if they've changed the packaging or not over here. I can tell you I couldn't find any with a slip inside there, so I'm just gonna randomly buy one. I'm gonna play this game the right way. By the way, it was interesting. The person who works here, the cast member from Batuu, said that like you cannot shine the flashlight from your iPhone up against them because the red crystals are so unstable that it could cause them to blow up.
So what the heck were you doing for the past 10 minutes?
I was inspecting them. I was looking.
Okay.
All right. More red Kyber crystal. Very early edition, starting next week. I'll be working as a gatherer.
Over at Sabi's? That's awesome. So, on top of the page,
Red. Another red Kyber crystal. So this is, I'm 2 for 2. I have not gotten the black one yet. So there are some interesting differences in Dok-Ondar's. The wall with the taxidermied heads, it has a darker background. Doc himself.
Yeah, he fell asleep and then he like startled himself awake. I was like, why doesn't he do that in Disneyland? I don't know.
And they don't keep the Kyber crystals behind the counter, so instead they actually have like the connected lightsabers on display. So you can see Darth Maul's lightsaber like connected behind the counter. It's actually a much cooler way to display it than they do in Disneyland. The last thing that's interestingly different here is they don't have the Lost Ark from Raiders of the Lost Ark. That is kind of hidden on the second floor in Disneyland, but here it's missing, which is kind of a shame because they could have easily taken the one that was on display from the Great Movie Ride and put it up there, it would have been a double Easter egg. It would have been kind of cool, but it's not up there. So if you're an Imagineer, if you know an Imagineer,
Disney!
please leave it in the comments below. I want to know, what was the decision to not have it here, but to have it in Disneyland?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
What is going on?
At Star Wars Celebration, they had these booths that people could go into and record a message.
And we're going to collect those stories, and we're going to put them in a holocron, and we're going to make them a part of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
And you can find that Jedi Holocron in Doc Ondar's. Find it on the second level, right up there. Supposedly, I guess, if you listen carefully, you can hear the message of all the Star Wars fans at Star Wars Celebration and like the things that they recorded. Apparently, if you hear, I can't hear anything, but apparently you can.
Interesting.
Please leave me a note in the comments below how many red kyber crystals I'm gonna have to buy. How many do you think I'm gonna have to buy before I find a black? Let's put bets on this and see who gets closest.
A few things that I noticed, like right away outside of Doc Ondar's, why is this foot got like a cloth over it? And the Jedi statue lady looks slightly different and is like facing a different way, doesn't look quite as big to me. Also over here, this is like very dark. The one at Disneyland isn't quite as black as that one. Inside Ronto's Roasters, another difference that I noticed was the pod racing engine is like a dark teal color as opposed to ours.
It also has a different logo on it. So
Yeah,
it's
it also-
a different pod racing engine.
Yeah, it's a completely different pod racing engine, which is a little strange to me. I wonder if the Ronto wraps are just as good as Disneyland.
Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, the ride, is not different at all. Like, there's really no differences, but it is worth noting that you can't watch the fireworks at night in Batuu here. It just doesn't happen. If you're in Disneyland, it becomes a mass of people right here in front of the Falcon to watch the Star Wars happen in the skies, or as the Batuu people say, Oga's celebration. One thing that is a little bit different is the color of the black spires that sit above the Millennium Falcon. They are a little bit darker. There's more of these IKEA tables sitting out right in front of Docking Bay. What is going on here?
So ugly. What the heck? There's a huge hidden Mickey on the side of this wall at Disneyland at the Batuu there, and it's completely missing from here. This rock right behind me, we have that at Batuu at Disneyland. This one's like crazy colorful. It almost reminds me of like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Fans everywhere. The marketplace in Batuu East is very much the same. I'm actually surprised that they don't have more overhead like tarps blocking the sun. The area where Galaxy's Edge is now is where the Lights Motors Action stunt show used to be. And there's a little hidden Easter egg about that here. The speeder bike, if you look at those letters in Arabic, stand for LMA, which is a tribute to that show that was once on the spot. Another strange difference of Batuu East is this place of rest here. It's much smaller than the one in Disneyland, which is kind of strange because usually in Disney World, everything is bigger and better, but it is a little bit more detailed. The color of the paint on the at the marketplace is a little bit more vibrant, a little bit bolder, a little bit less dirt-like. So they have these free water stations like all around. Kitra loves free water, and here you don't have to like ask for it at a quick serve restaurant. You can just take it.
Then you could like wear it, and it looks like you're part of the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, stay hydrated. There's like a much more open area leading to the Resistance base. Over in Disneyland, there's much longer path. It's called Savi's Path, actually. And this is actually, it's very close. If you look at the marketplace right there, it's very close to where the Resistance base is. It's a lot closer than it is in Disneyland, but it's a lot more wide open. I know there's such a thing as fire codes and regulations. What the heck? Really? Really?
Whoa, and the X-Wing's actually over here. At Disneyland, it's over here. What is going on?
Yeah.
I kind of like it over there.
It's a lot more wide open here in Orlando. There's a lot more space. And with no attraction over here in the Resistance area, it's pretty empty right now. It is weird that the A-Wing is over on this side and the X-Wing is on the other side. I actually kind of like it because it actually makes the area feel a little bit more vibrant than it does in Disneyland.
Yeah, this looks way bigger, just maybe because we could get up closer to it.
Go stand by your mom.
In Orlando, they have 3 gonk droids. I think we only have 2 next to our transmitter. Also, it looks like the Resistance has installed some fans into their hidden base to keep things cool. The Resistance carts are a little bit further apart as well. There's some like seating area. Orlando also gets a lot more seating opportunities. So if you want to sit down, there's a lot more opportunity to do so here. And this is the other entrance to Galaxy's Edge. Yeah, so we have 3 in Disneyland. This has 2. And this is kind of like one of our entrances, but this one has like 2 pathways. Why 2 pathways? I'm not sure. I love this music though. And it seamlessly transforms from Batuu to an LA tunnel. Kind of, a little bit. Maybe. So I think I'm actually impressed. Galaxy's Edge over here in Florida has some unique elements. It is kind of strange that it is different, even though these are supposed to exist in canon as the same place.
Yeah.
But
I like it though.
I think I prefer the version with less humidity and less lines.
Yeah, me too. I enjoyed myself a lot. I just wish it wasn't so hot here. But I love the vibrant colors, and I know it's going to fade over time. If you liked our video,
please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, give this video a like, share with your friends.
Yes.
Thanks for watching. We'll
Thanks
see
so
you on the
much.
next adventure.